A lot of people think learning multiple languages at the same time is a bad idea. They assume everything will get mixed up, progress will slow down, and eventually they'll quit. But the truth is, the human brain can handle more than one language. The real problem isn't lack of time, it's using the wrong strategy. In this video, we'll go through 3 key principles that make learning 2 or even several languages at the same time not only possible, but actually effective.
Principle 1. Give each language its own personality. This might sound a bit strange at first, but it's one of the most powerful tools for avoiding language mix-ups. Each language should have its own identity in your mind, a specific vibe, feeling, or role. When you switch to that language, your brain should instantly know which mode it's in. Why does this matter? Because it helps your brain keep vocab separate, avoid mixing grammar, and switch between languages more smoothly. Think of it like this. Instead of throwing everything into one messy drawer, you're giving each language its own clearly labeled box. Principle 2. Don't split time evenly, split it smartly. One of the most common mistakes is saying, I'm learning 2 languages, so I'll study each one for 30 minutes a day. Sounds logical. Usually doesn't work. Language learning needs deep focus, and the brain prefers moving forward in one clear direction at a time. A better approach is the progress and maintenance model. Here's how it works. You actively push forward in one language, you maintain the other just enough to not lose it, and after a few weeks or months, you switch roles. And here's the interesting part. Even when you step away from a language for a while, your brain doesn't stop working on it. A lot of learners notice that when they come back, their speaking and understanding actually feel easier and more natural. Principle 3. Keep the languages mentally separate. The clearer the boundaries between your languages, the less mental effort you'll need. A few practical ways to do that. First, avoid learning very similar languages at the same time if you can. Too much similarity makes separation harder for your brain. Second, don't keep both languages at the same level. For example, one beginner and one intermediate language works much better than 2 beginners. Third, don't study them back to back in the same session. Instead, dedicate different days to different languages. That time gap helps your brain create strong mental boundaries. Final thoughts. Learning multiple languages at the same time isn't really about time management. It's about strategy. If you give each language its own identity, rotate your focus instead of splitting it evenly, and clearly separate the languages in your routine, then something that sounds impossible at first turns into a completely realistic and manageable process. So the real question is, if you were to start today, which one of these principles would you try first?